My name is Bruce. I've been working bar for almost 40 years now. In that time, I've learned a trick or two that I'd like to pass on to you. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We've got a lot of ground to cover. We'll look at some of the forgotten classics and some unusual new tasty creations right for any occasion. Cheers. You know, today's episode is called Drifting with Debussy, the night I spent alone in the bar. What a night. As time went by, I was given more responsibilities. I ended up being the guy who closed the bar every night, which meant I was the last one to leave. Well, one evening when I was finishing up, I realized I had no way of locking the side door. It was one of those old heavy fire doors made of steel, you know the kind. The only way I could secure it was with a flathead screwdriver that went missing that day. I tried everything I could get my hands on to lock that door. I used swizzle sticks, I used straws, I tried pencils, I even grabbed my bar knife and nothing would work. Nothing. So after an unsuccessful hour of trying to lock up, I gave up. So I got my mixtape out of the car and decided to guard the place by spending the night alone in the bar. It never occurred to me to call the owners and let them deal with the problem. All I knew was someone had to keep a watchful eye on the joint. So I reopened the cage where all the liquor was kept and poured myself a stiff drink. It was going to be a long night. At some point during the early morning hours, well, I got bored of my Moscow mules, and I loved my Moscow mules, but you know, enough is enough. So I decided to create my first original cocktail. I called it Drifting with Debussy, in honor of Claude Debussy, the French Impressionist composer. It was probably because Debussy was playing in the background at the time on my mixtape, but I think the reason I like his music so much was because it gave pianists like me more to think about. Debussy's music was all about the power of sound for sound's sake. He worked with dissonant harmonies and unusual chord progressions and composed short melodic fragments that seemed to fit perfectly like pieces in a stained glass window. Debussy. This is Debussy's first Arabesque, a short, fanciful piece of music that he composed in 1888. He was all of 26 years old. Just beautiful. Listen to that. In any case, I don't remember exactly what went into my concoction. I mean, it was such a long time ago. But I do recall the base of it, well, was Dubonnet, a sweet fortified wine-based aperitif blended with herbs and secret spices. Well, let me tell you, I mixed my beverage with a variety of other spirits, liqueurs, and fruit juices, and drank quite a few of them because perfection comes in many flavors, baby. Let me tell you. I had no idea at the time I was simply making a variation of the classic Dubonnet cocktail. Well, I had a wonderful, somewhat sedated conversation with myself and solved so many of the world's problems in my solitude while listening and drifting with Debussy. By the time the sun finally poked its eager head up, I had fallen asleep on a bench in the bar. Later, I was abruptly woken up by the morning staff. Yeah, they all wondered what I was doing there, and what are you doing? I told my story while they cooked me up a greasy breakfast. We all had a good laugh. Hey, buddy, you stopped drinking. There you go. Can't stop drinking. You put me out of business. Dubonnet. First sold in 1846, it was created by a chemist and wine merchant, Joseph Dubonnet, as a means to make quinine, which is, by the way, very bitter. He wanted to make Dubonnet more palatable for soldiers to combat malaria in Africa. At about 15% alcohol volume, Dubonnet goes down easy with a fairly sweet finish. Even Queen Elizabeth enjoys her Dubonnet every day with gin, 2 ice cubes, and a lemon slice before lunch. So let's start off by making a classic Dubonnet cocktail. Martini glass. First thing we need is some Dubonnet. I got a fresh bottle here, so let's crack her open. First thing we need is to fill our shaker glass with ice. Dubonnet, 1 ounce or more. Gin, same amount, equal portions. And then we got this guy right here, Angostura orange bitters. Aromatic, that's lovely. And you know I'm a bitter hog, so I put lots in. Usually only put a couple drops. So what we want to do is be nice and gentle now. We want to stir this, chill everything up. And then all we do is strain it out. And there's your classic Dubonnet cocktail. All it needs now is a garnish. We're going to slice a nice little lemon here, just the way Queen Elizabeth likes it. Ta-da! And if you want, you can add a couple straws. And there you have it, the classic Dubonnet cocktail. Wow, I feel like a queen. Hello, hello, hello. You know, the Queen Mother used to drink Dubonnet cocktails also. And that's probably why she lived to be 104. Okay, let's make my Bruce original, Drifting with Debussy. Okay, let's do this thing. First you want our shaker, and we want to fill it full of ice. Get that nice and chilled, eh? That looks pretty good. Then we want 2 parts Dubonnet. So 1 part gin. Then we got a 1/2 part of Cointreau. I love Cointreau. Nice orange. I'll use a little more. Then I've got this guy right here from Poland, and my apologies to all my Polish friends. It's hard to say. Luksusowa. If I haven't pronounced that right, my apologies. But we want about 1/4. It's a cherry liqueur from Poland. Then we want a little splash of orange juice. Splash of pineapple juice. And remember, pineapple goes a long way. And some cranberry juice. Yeah. Grab our shaker and shake it good. Shake it. Shake it. All we need now is our glass. I'm going to use a hurricane glass. And what we want to do is fill it up full of ice. Fresh ice is always nice. Fresh ice is always nice. Yeah. And we want to strain this out into our hurricane glass, and we're just gonna top this puppy up. Oh, right on. I love when my drinks just fill the glass. Something different than the lemon thing of the Queens, but we're going to do a little orange here. And I have some wonderful lavender that I just picked. Why not? We're just going to poke it through the orange. And I've got some fresh thyme. Why not? And a couple straws. Ah, Drifting with Debussy. Oh, that's good. Thanks for watching, guys. Be happy, be safe, and please, please drink responsibly. I'm just going to be drifting out now. Oh. What the hell? Just drop, total blank. Okay. That was fun. Let's do it again next week.